This episode contains graphic descriptions of body horror. I mean, like, more than we've already been doing. Yeah, we'll say that Cliff just like, almost just like, exhaustedly just like falls to the floor, and you're just like heavily breathing, just like, and almost like just to like see this carnage, like almost just like, are you winning, son? Gabe, like, I'm sorry, William opens like the freezer door at this like the same time. It's just like, ah! Just like slice. And both fucking Dennis is just like horrified, and like William, I'm sure you're horrified, and like Patrick's a little horrified, and and just like and like you like fall to the floor, and you're just like heavily breathing, and there's just like this like moment of silence for a second, as just like everyone is just like, oh my god.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
With that, now that Gabe has entered the freezer, Gabe, you immediately feel the cold. It is not something that like brings you harm, nor do you think that it's something that would throw off your own regeneration. But it is definitely like, you get cold very easily from this refrigerator. Like even a little bit more unnaturally than you did previously before merging with Vita. But that kind of moment almost distracts you for a second as all of this happened, and everybody, even like Patrick, is like looking around at each other. I think you're like one of the first to notice like Tyson's body on the floor actually twitches, and almost like an unnatural like puppeteered corpse almost like jumps at you.
Bro.
And with like an almost like horrifying like sharp set of teeth that seems to be coming like out of its like one of its legs, as if it is just this like meaty like snake like bites into your leg. With that, you are going to take with like the similar kind of bite from that I gave Jeremiah earlier, you're going to take 2 harm.
Great, now I'm unstable.
Did you take other harm?
I've had 1 harm previously.
Oh yeah.
So you should be at. Shouldn't you?
So
be
you should be at
then?
3. Yes. Oh, actually,
4.
no. You regenerate health, so you'd be back up to full.
Okay. So now I only have 2?
Yes. I think that is on your character sheet. I would just remind you to keep track of it. I think it's like you regain 1 harm after a period of time. It was something like that. Like you, that we decided that you get something from your, with the pararomantic, it was you get something from your connection, like a gift or a body part, like a memento, but that like would give you something special. And the whole idea was with Vita, you would essentially be getting, basically regeneration.
Okay.
Real quick, I just to kind of when I cut the man in half, was I supposed to take a harm there? I know I took less harm, but was I still gonna get a harm?
You would have taken 1 harm, but your minus 1 harm negated that.
Sweet. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm just checking the pararomantic because I just want to make sure. Pararomantic, yada. Yeah, part of their body. Choose 1 gift from your guide. Whatever gift you choose, it must be periodically recharged. Whatever. No, I remember that there was something specific that you would regain health, but we'll worry about that a little later. We'll play it by ear, and I'll say like you've healed 1, and we'll play it by that. So you've definitely healed up from that, because that I think was at the casino, with Omaha, and you are just now you've taken 2 harm.
Okay.
With sorry, yeah, go ahead.
No. I also just was realizing the when we've rolled every single time we rolled below a 6 or below, even if we had someone help us or rolled a luck point, do we still mark experience?
No, the only person who
Okay.
I would say would mark experience right now would be Gabe, because Gabe is the only one so far who has failed and taken that failure.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
So Gabe, also make sure you mark experience.
All right, I marked.
And with that, I also want you to take a bond abuse.
A Jamba Juice?
No, I want you to on your relationship status, I want you to mark 1. So you
I'm at
take
2 right now.
I don't think so. I remember I listened back. You were only at 1.
Are you sure?
Originally, I was
Because I
going
had
to
one
give
marked
you.
already.
Yeah, I thought I gave you 1 because I thought you told Jamie that you were a parasite, and then you didn't. So I unless you can recall what it's from, I don't think you do have 1.
Okay.
So we'll just okay. Then we'll have that at 1.
Okay.
And with that, I'm going to say at this point too, I think the deputy, like, still being freaked out by the entire thing, pulls out his revolver and starts to fire at Patrick. And you watch as like some bullets land in Patrick's back, and he definitely like winces from the pain.
Sweet. Thanks, deputy.
What is it that you guys want to do?
I think we just need to finish him off, right?
I'm still kind of out of it.
I know.
I wish I could help
I
out.
might
I
as
should
well.
probably put
I'm
me
gonna-
to work.
Well, what do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
Even though, yeah, it's there's no initiative. It is just you guys jump in, and do whatever you want.
Because
You want to do something?
I haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, do something.
Go right ahead. What do you want to do?
What do I do?
Attack Patrick.
Anything. For reference, you can always do. You can always look to like the main, moves. Like protect someone, kick some ass, read a bad situation, or if you want to do something specific like a pararomantic move, you can always do that.
But the thing is, I wouldn't want to do anything because there's too many witnesses.
I mean, they've seen this much.
I
do
mean,
whatever.
like,
Do whatever you'd like.
are you worried about the deputy? Because otherwise, we all know about your
Yeah, just the deputy, really.
yeah.
I mean, is Patrick still like focused on anyone?
He is focused on
Probably me.
hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll just use Vita to attack Patrick.
Sure. All right. With that, I want you to roll to kick some ass, but I want you to roll plus weird. Well, roll plus weird or plus tough, whichever one's higher.
Tough. Because my
Okay.
weird is 0.
Besides, the deputy could be
God
paid off.
damn it! 6.
6.
I have a power of.
Let him use it, please.
I don't even know how I'd help out in this situation, though.
You just telepathically like, hey, here, have this.
You were just like, will ya? You are just like so fucking thankful that he is here. Finally.
Yeah. Like I I guess I want to know. I want to try to figure out what William's going to do and how, and then I think that could help. Like, what specifically do you want to use in terms of Vita? Like, how is the attack going to
make like a sharp thing from my hand or something? Because that's something that I can do with him, and just like stabby.
So this is unlike when the monsters manipulate their body. You watch as almost, what does it look like? Is it almost like you like karate chop style, like shape your hand and it almost turns into a blade on the side? Or, okay. And you guys watch this almost like from the finger, starting at the fingertips and almost going down to the wrist, his skin almost gets this like purplish kind of tone to it. Not like when the monsters were freezing in the freezer, but much more of this almost like metallic like purple, as it almost like looks like the skin kind of hardens and like molds together, connecting the other fingers into what looks like this almost sharpened blade on the end, that like a sharp kind of machete from one like end of the fingertip almost down like halfway the forearm, and you are just like giving it a swipe with that. Cliff, what is it that you want to do as your help out? Is it just like even if it's just like as small as like a distraction?
So this is what I was thinking, because I was like, I don't think that William doesn't want the Patrick to know that he also has a parasite, at least because Patrick still does not know that information, correct?
Yes.
So what if I like blocked the view of made it seem like I was the one attacking him instead of William? Could we figure out...
he is not attacking Patrick. He's attacking what is left of Mr. Tyson latched to his leg.
Oh, I see. Okay, so then
I mean,
and I'll remind you, it is like
didn't Matt say that Holden was still being focused on?
Yeah. Okay. But if you want to make sure, you can like throw something his way, like you like take your jacket and just, throw it.
I'm on the ground. I do have a golf club. Apparently, because I'm looking at my gear, I throw the golf club at the parasite to like almost like stop it from gnawing any further into William.
You throw the golf club and it almost like whacks right onto the calf with this like and I feel like just with like the power of heart, you have to say like William as you just like throw your golf club and it like smacks. Oh
my god, I quit.
I hope it's a 9-iron.
And
please.
You bet.
And it smacks into the parasite for a moment, and then it almost like unlatches its like claws around him, and you give it a swipe, almost like swatting it off. With that, I'm going to consider this kind of blade, because I think these kind of improvised weapons of your body, I think this kind of like simple kind of knife would be like a one harm weapon.
Yes.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, it is.
But with that, I will say that you also get him off of your body, but not before it kind of like seeing your slice. It kind of like with its other side kind of like digs its teeth in, just like a little bit deeper, biting and harder, and then almost like takes like a little bit of a chunk of your leg out with you as you take another harm, as you just like slice it across its side, like sliding it onto the floor.
Are you gonna put a content warning on this episode?
I might, yeah.
You might have to.
Yes.
We're all dying.
Just throwing it as much as I love it, I feel like it may be a little much for some people. So
yeah. And because it's long, it's a lot. This is like gonna be 2 episodes of gore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you are like bleeding from your leg, but you can almost see it like you are like your skin is just like slowly like coming back together. And you then like look up to like look around you, and you just see like the deputy just like pale as snow, just like so pale in the face. And with that, I want you to take another bond abuse.
Is
Poor Vita.
all of Tyson's bits done?
You look down at Tyson, and he is still wiggling.
Bro,
Fuck, dude. We are
can I
dying
just
here.
eat him?
Oh my god.
Go over with your little bendy straw and just like.
God.
Are we
Okay.
certain that he would like regenerate? Like, do we actually have to take out every part of him?
It doesn't seem like the rest of his body is moving, but it is like it's hefty. It's like half of a body from like like from like your neck to like your foot, like left half.
Okay. I'm scorching Patrick again because it seemed to work very well, and we need to end this.
Yeah, go right ahead.
We
Yep.
don't need to do a
Roll
lot of
plus weird.
pounding.
That's 7 plus 2, 9.
9. That is a partial success, unless you want another power of heart.
Oh, that's shit.
Oh my god.
I feel
We're
like
gonna abuse this.
he's apt to like yeah.
And it's cool. It's like you are like with the mundane, who like usually like this is how the mundane do.
Yeah.
Okay.
How the mundane do.
Did we establish? I thought we established in an early episode that Cliff had a lighter.
Yeah. Yeah. He got a lighter.
Okay, fucking light fire upon. I use my own magic of having an actual lighter and light Patrick a
Fun
flame.
fact.
All right.
You
Fun fact.
you go to
Ice packs
Yeah.
are flammable.
They are.
Oh shit!
Oh.
so you go to throw the lighter.
Too late
And-
now.
So you go to like throw the lighter, and it like hits it hits Patrick's like arm, and just like slightly singes it a little bit, and he's just like, what the. And with that, just like a one more fireball, just explosion, almost right in front of his face, scorching him to like bits where he is like, almost like completely knocking him backwards. What I'm assuming the effect would be inflict harm. The way I've been doing this is inflict harm. It's 1 harm, and because they are vulnerable to it, I have been doubling that to 2. And with that, his like head is almost like completely charred, and his body is like barely holding together at this point. Jeremiah, is there anything you'd like to do?
The finishing blow.
How big is the piece?
He's still like the same size. It is just like his midsection and torso has almost been like blown and charred to pieces. And he's missing a leg. But he is like, he seems to be like his stubby leg has just like kind of grown out just a little bit to try, or he's almost like on his knees. He's trying to like hold himself together.
I mean, I feel like I would want to just like slice him down the middle, kind of, to make it so that there's 2 like immobile parts. But I feel like, are we just gonna keep like making him tinier and tinier, like it's hibachi, and like then like call it a day? Like I don't know what the end game is at this point.
I think you looking at his body, I'll give you this. It almost looks like parts of like the meat and where like the charred flesh is almost like falling off the body. Like he is having trouble holding his form together. Unlike when Mr. Tyson was attacked, where it just almost just seemed like, like a body being attacked. He almost seems like he's like physically struggling to stand while also physically struggling to keep his body together.
I don't know, guys. What do you think?
Don't you have like big guns that you could just like shoot him with the places that we think the parasite is?
And the fire extinguisher.
And the fire
Oh,
extinguisher.
you know what? I feel like we have to use the fire extinguisher because I keep forgetting about it. So I feel like now, like, it is glory to the fire extinguisher at this point.
From cold to heat to cold all of a sudden.
That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's some big
Yeah.
that's some
Yeah.
big ass
Alright.
temperature changes.
All right, I want to spray him down with the extinguisher.
All right. Usually this wouldn't, but I think this is a very special case. I want you to kick some ass with spraying this fire extinguisher.
All
You get to
right.
0, and then
Or a 6 and a 9, and then I'm here to.
Is it plus anything? What is it plus?
Plus you're tough.
I have 0 tough. Hey!
Yeah!
Hey!
That is a 10. That is a complete success. What is the extra effect that you would like? Yada yada, you gain the advantage, you force them where you want them, you inflict terrible harm, which is +1, or you suffer less harm, -1.
just fucking kill him already.
Do I need to inflict terrible harm if it's a complete success?
What?
Do I need to inflict terrible harm at this point? Like, is what I'm doing going to be harmful enough to end it?
I don't know if Matt's gonna
Please
reveal
say
that.
I will not move it.
Okay.
Bro!
Well, okay, so I mean, you are at 4 harm right now. If you want to take the risk and then just do inflict more harm, like inflict terrible harm, to add on to it, you can. But I would recommend for defensive purposes and just staying alive that you take less harm.
Alright, I'll take less harm.
Okay. With that, you take that fire extinguisher and you just start spraying him down, and he's just like squealing in pain, and you don't even know from where. It is just like from his just torso at this point. And he's like trying to move, and at an even like extremely fast rate from what you were seeing earlier, his muscles and tendons are going from this like reddish color, and even like in the burnt places, to that like purplish color, and now almost like solidifying in place as you are just completely covering this horrible like grotesque monster head to toe. And you watch as you are trying to finish, and in one final desperate attempt he goes to claw you with like one last like, you know, his one like free arm, and in a moment of like almost you would say tactical genius, but you would also give it on luck as well, you block his attack with the fire extinguisher, and the rest of the contents just burst out open, completely covering him head to toe, freezing him in place.
Hell yeah, man! I think that I have we solved your grotesque monster
Mr.
problem?
Tyson.
Puzzle.
There
Mr.
is-
Tyson.
Yes.
Fuck.
I'm still on board with just
Uh,
eating him. I don't care if it's cannibal.
William, what is it you want to do? You are closest to this like wriggling mass.
Is this actually gonna happen?
Can I just like shoulder drop it?
What are you looking to? You're looking to just like
Jump off a
fucking
tower of milk crates to shoulder
Like
drop it.
WWE. Alright. I'm down with that.
Sure.
No, not
Are
really.
we?
Uh,
We're gonna just do WWE moves. I love it.
It looks like he is like squirming towards like the exit into the
Oh
store.
fuck no! I'm not letting that happen.
All right, what do you do?
I'm just gonna use my knife hand and just like skewer him and just hold on to him.
Oh, go right ahead, my friend. Roll to kick some
I
ass.
better not get a fucking
Those
6
chicken
again.
nugget kebabs.
Okay, I'm just gonna mull around this. Just please, can I have this just once, please? Fuck!
Oh my god.
Fuck it, I'm using
Oh,
a third luck point.
No.
Well,
Wow. Okay. Be careful, my dude.
Okay. I was like, unless somebody like really helps, and I was like, wait, you rolled a 4. What's your tough?
+1, so it wouldn't have made much of a difference.
Unless Hold'em help. Okay.
Unless I help
Um,
out.
Well, that's also up to you because then that's only a partial success, or we could do the luck point.
Let's do the partial success.
What do you think?
Partial?
I still have to succeed though. Is the problem?
Please succeed, or else I will never forgive you.
All right, I'll try to like run over and I guess I'll like step on it or
Try
something.
to close the door, prevent it.
Yeah.
Or even just like fucking like blasted with something.
Right. Help out is cool. So that's
Plus
a
cool.
that's a 7
That's a 7.
mixed
That
success.
is mixed success. You open yourself to danger as well.
Yep.
So that is going to bring the kick some ass roll up to a partial success. With that, you inflict harm onto one another, and you expose yourself to. Where is this? Might seem like a strange question. Where is Hold'em's tattoo?
Oh fuck! I forgot he had one.
Oh my god, he's about to throw some lore shit.
Was
on
it
us.
like on? It was on like your. I want to say it was on like your arm.
That's I think it's like maybe upper arm.
Okay. I want to say that with the and how are you helping with
I'm gonna try to.
him?
I'm gonna try to step on it.
Okay, you run over and you like you have after like while Jeremiah is just like freezing down Patrick, you knowing Mr. Tyson is like you hear him like squirming and like shrieking outside. You run out there to try and assist William, and seeing that and him in his knife hand, you run out and you step on the body, and even like we'll say like the deputy is like taking shots at this thing, and it is just like still squirming despite like being like bang bang, and like most of these shots are hitting until he runs out of ammunition in his pistol. And William, with one final swoop, you bring your hand down and just like right into the body of it, and almost with like one like final movement, the entire thing like goes from like squirming to like completely stiff, and then just like completely limp onto the floor. And the now is it like you stab straight into it, or you like slash across it, you slice it into pieces? How does
I
this
stab
work?
into it, and then Vita goes to town. It's dinner time. Let's go.
And with that you stab right into the creature, and you watch now as like it skewers it, and then like, and almost like in a like horrifying way, your forearm almost like opens like a pair of scissors, and instead of it being like the grotesque like meat and like muscle and like bone and teeth, it is still this like almost like metallic or almost like purplish hue, as it almost opens up and just like starts to like chomp and like consume into the creature. And you actually watch as William's arm almost like increases in size for a second, as it is just like taking this mass in, and you like straight up like prototype the game style just absorb this creature.
I want you all to picture Cliff at this moment watching this happen, like the Patrick shocked meme.
That it's just like you, the deputy. It is you and the deputy, just like the Patrick, and then the SpongeBob, and then just Jeremiah, just like dead face, like, yeah, I saw this last week.
I'm just like, can we just like, yes, I've now gained a new power. Thank you.
And you take that, you absorb this into you, and it almost like it stings for a second. Like you feel like your whole like right arm almost like pulsate with pain for a second, and you kind of like you feel it just like moving through your entire body, and almost like from the inside you feel this kind of like burning feeling, as it almost feels like you like kill something from inside of you. like as if this mass that you've absorbed, you like absorb it and then make it yours, and it is now completely within you. And as you now stand up completely to now leaving nobody there, standing at the entrance into the warehouse is Jamie, completely horrified.
God! Ah!
And at this point as well, the fire from the explosion in Hold'em's face seared off a lot of his, non-magical clothing as well. And you realize, because of how close you were to the monster, she is immediately within line of sight of your tattoo as well.
Okay.
I'm about to fucking just... Ooh.
Hey, it's Matt Walsh, your loyal second in command, your right hand man. Your trusty man by your side right here, and I've got some things I gotta tell you. First thing is first, just a reminder to just, if you could share the show with the hashtag Table Party, and share the show with any friends if you're enjoying it. We really do appreciate it. And if you use the hashtag Table Party, then we can find it, and you could be a part of the show and a part of the experience. Additionally, of course, our intro and outro was by our own Havana Music, with additional music by Louis Zong. I also just wanted to give you guys, I just wanted to say a really big thank you. We really appreciate you guys listening and taking the time to, have fun, listening along with us, to do these games. It's so much fun, and I hope that you guys are getting just as much enjoyment out of it as we are, and we really appreciate you guys listening. Other than that, the next episode of the Table Party should be out on the 23rd, and I will let you guys get back to the Table Party. Okay. With that, I'm going to start with Jeremiah. The rest, Jeremiah, what is your relationship with Deputy Dennis Denham Freeman? Like, how do you can keep it vague if you don't want to go too far, but he is definitely somebody who owed you a favor, or you can kind of like favor for favor. Maybe it's someone from your past, from when you were more of a crooked politician. But how do you two know each other, and how is he your pull?
I would say that we knew each other from when I was a politician back at my previous hometown. I was mixed up with some bad people, and I had people that I knew in major cities that I had dealings with, and so at some point there was somebody involved in the Vegas area that I was involved with, and he was a cop that I got to know that was willing to get his hands dirty in certain circumstances, and so that's kind of how our relationship came to be. And it's been nothing beyond just knowing each other on that level, and I did something for him once that allowed me to kind of pull an IOU at this point.
Okay. I do think that there will still be a little bit of consequence that from friends on the force, as they do ask for something a little bit later. But we will get to that. With that, then, if there's you are definitely, this is it's the next day, and you are definitely beat up. I'm assuming you go. Everybody kind of goes their own separate ways after the night, and you. Because I want to put it like this: with everybody else, I might do the next day, but with you are, unless you stay somewhere else, you make it back to your motel, and everybody's kind of bandaged themselves up the best they can. You kind of have like I think like the worst you got was definitely that bite onto your like over your arm. But at this point, we'll say that you've healed one and you've kind of stabilized, whether it was Hold'em doing some magic healing or just anybody trying to give any medical attention that they can. And as you are making your way into the motel, you see the owner of the motel up at this late hour, Mr. Martez. Actually, you make eye contact with him, and he stops you for a second, and he goes, hey, Jeremiah, I saw somebody pull up in a cop car, and I think they were heading up towards your room or the neighbor's room. I think they heard. I think the neighbor said they heard some kind of commotion, a huge bang in the wall, so much so like I heard it crack the wall, but I haven't really gotten a look at it yet. And he seems like a little disappointed that like this place is falling apart as it is. It's like if that's the case, I might have to ask for the money for it if it's really bad. If not, I might just paint over it. 'Cause like goddamn it, this place. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a heads up just in case.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. I'll go check out and see what it is, and I'll report back with the damages.
Sure. As you are heading up to your motel room, it seems as you're going up, you go to kind of unlock your motel room door, but it's already unlocked. You don't know if Mr. Martez let them in, or if they broke in, or they found the spare key you keep in whatever weird place you keep it.
I'm sorry, did you say that it is the detective? I blanked out on what you just said.
They said that they saw somebody come out of a cop car and come up towards the room.
And then what did I just see?
Your door is unlocked. It's closed, but it's unlocked.
Okay, I let myself in. But like, kind of like, hand near a weapon in case I need to draw one.
With that, you slowly walk into the room, and you immediately smell something in the air. It is not something completely unnatural. It's something that you've smelled before, and it is this smell of somehow if somebody mixed like dry lavender with like perfume and just like bathed in it, and is now just and now you're just apartment smells of it, and you can see your
oh my god,
your couch has actually been fixed, and it is straight upright in the room, and sitting on the couch with her legs crossed.
It's Sandy?
Yeah, it's
oh my
Cassandra
god.
Jones.
Yes.
And she looks fucking pissed.
Oh, this is,
With
I'm
that,
aroused.
I'm gonna cut you off there.
Fine.
We gotta leave some cliffhangers into the next episode.
Uh,
Cliff.
All right,
Um,
Cliff.
Speaking of cliffs, as
Cliffhanger.
far as Cliff goes, Cliff, you want to check up on how Jesse and Mateo are doing, right?
Yes, and before I go, do I have a moment to pick up something that he needs?
Yeah, we will say that following the night, you guys actually did find and you guys can all discuss this. You guys did find the woman, the bookkeeper, upstairs. She was still unconscious, but she was okay.
Okay.
Do you want to take her pearl necklace?
I
That seems like something
do
that
I just
Jeremiah
take it from her?
would not be too morally upset with doing.
I feel
Because
like
all four of you are here.
could someone with less of feelings like Cliff would have be like Jeremiah maybe snatch it away
I'm
potentially?
completely fine with ripping it off her neck.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
you Jeremiah. You watch as Jeremiah takes the pearl necklace off the neck.
I assure
And,
Cliff that I will buy her a new one.
And I think eventually you guys figure out that story. Most likely something with, those men were plotting something bad, but no idea that they were anything but human. And additionally, as one final fuck you, one of you actually goes up to Mr. Tyson's car, pops, forcibly opens the hood and just pulls out the car battery. If you
I'll
like.
do that.
Sweet.
I love it. I love it. With your super strength, you pull open the hood and you hear it just break, and you pull that car
And I
battery
just chuck
out,
it
and
100
Cliff,
miles away.
Yes, chuck it 100 miles and lands right next to the UFO. With all of that, Cliff, you are driving to Jesse and Mateo, and you have all of your collected materials. Maybe not as morally just as you would have liked to have gotten them, but gotten them nonetheless.
Yes.
You pull off the road, heading towards that star-shaped cactus, and eventually hitting the point of no service, or I guess no signal for you, ending up at the UFO. You can actually see it looks as if it's actually kind of funny, as if this is a little trailer home. There are a couple garbage bags out front, as if this mess that Jesse has been living in of just cans and wrappers and just garbage, the two of them kind of tidied up to make a little more room for Mateo.
Okay.
And you kind of and then hearing the car come up and stop, Jesse sticks his head out of the UFO and is like, "Oh, hey Cliff, what's up?"
These guys are my OTP. I get out of the car and I grab the pearl necklace and the battery. I'm just like, yeah, hey Jesse, how you doing? I got you the rest of what you needed.
Cliff, I knew you could do this. We can talk. Payment, I can make whatever you guys need. Because I have a lot of spare parts and things like that, but nothing necessarily to fix my ship. So I would love to help you guys out with whatever specific kind of things you need, and I could absolutely do that for you.
Absolutely, I definitely I gotta need to fill you in on everything that happened before we got the rest of these. Where's Mateo?
Mateo steps out. He's glad to see you, but he still looks he looks a little bit more cleaned up, with his hair a little bit more back, and it looks like he's kind of fixed up his beard. But he still looks a bit concerned and anxious. Hi Cliff.
Hey.
What happened? What happened?
I think that you don't have to worry about Patrick and Mr. Tyson anymore.
Okay. Okay.
And I can like just to speed up the process. I could give him more information. I could give him more details about the fight. Like I will not disclose anything.
Mateo actually steps back and he's like, "Good," and he goes back into the UFO. And Jesse's like, "Hey, Cliff, can I talk to you for like a sec?"
Sure, absolutely. What's up, bud?
I know this isn't my place to share this kind of information, but I was talking to Mateo a lot last night, and he's been through a lot, and he lied to you guys. He isn't Mr. Tyson's neighbor, and his I mean, as cool of a last name as it is, and it is pretty fucking cool, Python's not his last name. It's Tyson.
Oh.
Oh, fuck. What is he his
Yeah,
son?
it was his dad.
Is he a chicken too?
Chicken
baby
too.
chick?
He is also made of is he also made of boneless meat? Yeah, so but yeah, I would just be, careful just mentioning, that stuff. I think it's good for him to know. But yeah, just as a heads up.
Yeah. Oh man, I feel terrible. I'll try not to mention it. I'll let him disclose that later.
No, yeah, of course. Listen. You look fucked up, man.
Yeah. I'm.
Do you wanna just like hang out for a bit? Right now we're I've been getting Mateo into this one podcast that I've been listening to, and like it's a pretty like it's a smaller one with like a smaller audience, but it is like such a good one. Do you want to like hang out for a bit and just like listen?
I mean, I'm not one to really get into podcasts, but sure, I'll give it a shot just to kind of forget about the world for a little bit.
He kind of walks you back to the UFO, taking the stuff, and like he puts most of the stuff to the side. He opens up a side of the UFO, and it almost looks like a fuel tank on a car. And he takes the bag of pickle chips, and he eats one pickle chip, and he's like, so good. And then he pours the rest into the fuel tank. And he then walks over to the UFO, like, "Oh, hey, Mateo. Do you? Cliff's gonna listen to some science or fiction. Cliff, have you?" Or maybe you've heard of him, because, like, I don't know, he's been, like, flown around in some circles. It's hosted by this one dude named Daniel Parr, and it's he, like, talks about, like, aliens and, like Mothman, like, you, like, if I wasn't an alien, I definitely think he was definitely making some of this stuff up, but, like, oh my god, it's so good. Like, the stuff he talks about, like, he's definitely, like, onto something. And you hear coming from the UFO, like this almost like Doctor Who, meets, like, Illuminati theme type music, for, like, a theme song, and then you hear your son's voice as he's like, "Science or fiction? That's the question. Today, we're going to be talking about what they're actually hiding at Area 51, and just what the nuclear bomb test sites don't want you to know."
Oh no.
And with that, I'm going to cut you off there.
Cool.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Okay. To start with William, William, the night ended where Jamie saw your meal, and in an instant, just immediately ran out of the store. It is now the next day. What is it that you want to do?
I'm gonna try to talk to Vita first.
Okay.
So I feel like we should talk.
Yeah. Last night was a very busy night, to say the least.
I hang on, I got a hair in my tongue.
I know, I felt it. It was
No.
very uncomfortable.
God. Okay. I just want to state right now that I just want to apologize. Like, I put everything that we were doing like at such a high risk that it's kind of ridiculous, and it was all because of my short thinking. Like, I just wanted to get it over with. I just wanted to finish things quickly, but I don't even know what happened to Jamie. The deputy saw everything, and plus, I don't know what's going on in your mind.
It has been very, very strange. When we first merged, I often thought about survival and logic and what made sense in order to see the next day what, calculated risk and what is necessary. And as you turn more unhuman, I find myself riddled more with this heavy gut feeling. Like, I feel big in some moments and in others small, and I am scared. I am beginning to care about you and what happens to you, but I don't want you to be at risk. I don't want these monsters coming after you. And it's dangerous, whether it be humans that find out what we are, or these creatures, because at the end of the day I may have started as one of them, but I am nothing like any of them anymore. I am, and the absorption, that consumption, I don't know if it was your instinct or mine, but it felt exhilarating and terrifying. And I do not know what will happen. But I want you to stop seeking out these parasites. All four of you. Because at this rate, you are going to get yourselves hurt or worse. And while the freezer was good for a condition, it was a bloodbath. It's a calculated risk I'm not willing to take. And I am here to support you if you would like, but I want you to be careful.
I as much as I want to agree with you, like I just can't. Like I feel like we're the only ones equipped to continue finding these things and taking them out. I get that the freezer was a happenstance that just happened to be in our favor, but like I'm sure if we can like work together and like with less variables in mind, I'm sure we can do something to at a much lesser risk, because it just so happened that someone else was there. It just so happened that that Jamie was there, even though I told her to leave. I will never understand what is going on in her mind to just throw herself into such a dangerous situation. But maybe we can take a small break. But I think we should continue.
When we first merged, I wanted nothing to do with any of these parasites. And my sole reason was for my own survival. For if any of them were to find out that I was not a pure ally, that I had merged incorrectly, and an outlier, someone who it was not in full control, they would terminate me and you on sight. That's not the case anymore. While I do question things logically still, and I am constantly trying to think of the most logical thing to do, I now want nothing to do with the parasites because I don't want to see you get hurt.
Well, call me foolhardy, but I think we just can't. If we do nothing about it, we're just letting them continue to mess with everything, and we need to talk with the others first. Before anything, we need to talk with the others.
We do. I don't yet understand these feelings, but
well,
I'm getting there.
Well, there's certainly something. With what you said earlier about them being big and small, that's certainly something I struggle with. So, I guess I'm rubbing off on you just as much as you're rubbing off on me.
And both, I agree, but it both excites me and terrifies me.
You know what we should do?
What?
Let's get something to eat.
Ice cream?
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
This is so pure.
Alright, and with that, Hold'em, you awake to a text message from Tex saying
A text message.
Yes, a text message.
God damn
Thank
it.
you.
That was Vita saying that.
God damn it. Saying to meet at the Flats Diner. Because she is worried about speaking at the casino.
Yeah, that's probably
with that, you guys, we'll say at this point, you jump to the diner. Um, Julia brings over some coffee and kind of sets it down for you guys as you guys have your menus. And at this point, it's just been kind of greetings, but it's been kind of quiet as you both know what you're ready to talk about. Hold'em, how I mean, the fact that you're still here and
I look like shit.
yes. I'm assuming number 9 went somewhere.
He's gone.
Okay.
Tex, some weird shit is going on, and Nine was involved in fucking with all this. That much I can definitely tell you. But it wasn't him. There's this. You remember the dog thing? That whole thing?
Yeah.
They're fucking connected, and with how bad the shape the order is in right now, I really am not sure what the fuck we're going to do.
So, I was talking with Omaha, and he was very suspicious about some of the other members of the order, and even us putting a temporary council in place. I mean, Omaha, he's a good guy, but he's usually pretty trusting, but the fact that he, I think, was a little bit on edge about trusting other people, he said there might be a second hierarchy.
Oh.
A second council overlooking the first?
Oh.
And I don't know if he found out too much or what happened.
How is he right now?
He's restrained. He's definitely calmed down, and he is not as destructive. One thing that we definitely noticed is he kept moving his wrist, like as if he wanted to just communicate something with his hands, and we had a little back and forth with trying to understand, and eventually we gave him a piece of chalk, and of course above the casino is some of the hotel, and we have him in one of the hotel rooms, and the entire hotel room he has just been drawing over.
Is there anything in the drawings?
Symbols and phrases. It seems almost like nonsensical. But one thing he keeps showing is, or that I've seen show up, is a symbol of an eye and a hand and a heart, and then he'll point to them and he'll say mind, body, soul. With the hand being the body and the heart being the soul and the eye being the mind. I don't know. And I don't know if this secondary council is connected or not, and I don't know if they are unrelated or what, but it's
scary.
Not like, do you do you remember when when I remember when we first started, and um and Four was our mentor. And
Yeah.
usually mentors, they only take on one apprentice at a time. But he was so confident that he was sure he could take on two.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think his disappearance might be linked to what's happening now.
Yeah, that checks out, I think.
And I think we should be hesitant on who we trust in the order, but I'm not ready to give up on this organization.
No.
And
No, you shouldn't be.
whether we have to fix it from the inside out, but whatever this secondary council is, if they are threatened, if they are that secretive that they want to, they feel such pressure that they can't even trust people within their own organization, that they are more willing to do this than to have anybody even know about them. I want it. I want them out.
Yeah. I don't know what to do.
She's angry, and if fuck, I knew that everyone was secretive, and it's all like shh, hush hush, but fuck, I knew it was a fucking.
Yeah, you're right. It fucking sucks, and there's more bad shit going on that I don't know how to handle.
I think do you think that maybe you and your friends can help and try to piece this together?
We can,
because I don't know who to trust in the order anymore.
Okay, yeah. We're dealing with some stuff right now, but at this point, we don't really have any other leads. So I'll talk to them, and we can try to figure this shit out as best we can. But you gotta not get involved with what we're doing, because if we get found out, I don't want you involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta stay strong and be out there for be someone who can still be sane with our order.
You don't I'm a lot more worried about you than I am about me. I mean, holy shit, look at you.
Listen, I fought a giant monster in a freezer, and I wish I was exaggerating that.
I'm fucking starving. Let's get some fucking breakfast.
Let's.
And Julia brings you guys over some food. And at the same time as you guys are eating, Tex kind of just on her napkin, just, nonchalantly, not really thinking too much of it, with a pen, draws out a little symbol of an eye and a heart and a hand, and is just looking a little frustrated and frustrated and inquisitive, and was looking a little bit frustrated and inquisitive, and just can't stop thinking about it too much, and then kind of just crumples it up, and then takes a bite of her pancakes. Table Party has been brought to you by Team Chaos Productions. Find us on Twitter at The Table Party, and find more of our work at Team Chaos Productions. See you again soon. Later. And that's where I'm gonna end it off.
Okay.
I heart hand.
I heart hand.
I heart hand.
Well, I still have 3 on my relationship status.
Yes.
Bam.
You know why?
Why?
Because if you said no to Vita, that would have been another bond abuse, which you did. But you were also bonding, which was very nice. Did you get it all out?
I don't think I've ever been more fucking stressed recording ever.